What's up guys, this is Everything Apple Pro, and in this video I'm going to be comparing 4 of the best phones that are out there right now. Obviously this isn't all of them, but I just wanted to get most of the ones I did have of the flagship phones. This is the Samsung Galaxy S4, the HTC One, Samsung Galaxy S3, and the iPhone 5. Now some of you may be wondering, why is the Galaxy S3 in there? Well, that's because I still believe it's a worthy contender to the iPhone 5 and Samsung Galaxy S4. Not everyone is going to want to spend that much money on the Galaxy S4, and this can be bought for a lot cheaper while still maintaining a lot of the power and features that many of these phones have. And that's not to mention that a lot of the features from the S4 will be ported to the Galaxy S3, which makes it even more appealing. So I decided to keep it in this review. Now we are going to be doing a Geekbench test, a browser test, a boot up test, and a display test, just to give you a general idea of what you're going to be looking at when thinking about purchasing any of these phones. So enjoy the comparison, guys. Now this will not be one of those comparisons where I'm going to point out one device and say, hey, this is a lot better than this guy, and I just want you guys to see for yourself. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start off with a boot test. We're going to jump right into it, and if you're in the middle of the desert and you're being chased by someone and you just need those extra few seconds of turning on your phone so you can dial 911 or do something. Anyways, just putting out a scenario for you there. We're going to check the boot up times, and I do think you guys will be genuinely surprised to see how fast one of these phones does boot up. Anyways, let's go ahead and I will try and get this right. This is my third attempt. 1, 2, 3. Okay, yes. Anyways, so let us see. And there you go. Within seconds, the HTC One has booted up and is usable already. I was shocked actually to see that. Next up in line is the Samsung Galaxy S4. Samsung Galaxy S3 is not too far behind, and it's on tie between the S4 and the iPhone 5, and the Samsung Galaxy S3 is last to boot. So it is a bit surprising to see that the HTC One is the fastest out of all of them. The S4 actually has a 1.9 gigahertz processor, quad-core, the version I do have anyways, which is surprising that it wasn't first. But let's go ahead and continue with the comparison. Now I do have Geekbench 2 open on all devices, and just to give you a little bit of an idea of the processors, on the Samsung Galaxy S4 we have a 2.0 gigahertz processor running at 1.89 gigahertz, HTC One is 1.73, Galaxy S3 is 1.5, and the iPhone 5 is 1.3 with the Apple A6 chip. Now these are obviously not the fastest they can be. They come a little bit slower from the factory, for the sake of battery life and all, but Apple's iPhone does make very good use of the 1.3 gigahertz, seeing how by specs it's the slowest out of all these devices. And we're going to go ahead and run benchmarks so we can compare all of these devices. Not surprisingly, the Galaxy S4 finished first with a high score of 3,229, which is really impressive. HTC One is at 2,646. iPhone 5 comes in third at 1661, and the Galaxy S3 is last with 1500. Now, just so you guys know, the Galaxy S3 actually comes in many variants depending on which region of the world you're in. So this isn't a number for all Galaxy S3s. This is just the one from AT&T that I do have. And the same goes for the Galaxy S4. Some people will get the 1.6 gigahertz version. I just got the 1.9. Anyways, just so you guys can see, the Samsung Galaxy S4 is king. It dominates at the Geekbench score. Now, how that translates into real life, we'll put that to the test in just a second. But spec-wise, the Galaxy S4 seems to shine out of all of these. HTC One comes up next, and the iPhone 5 third, with the Galaxy S4 finishing last, which is interesting. Now, it's really cool for me to put into perspective the actual power of all these devices. So let's go ahead and go into the internet browser and put it to the test. I do have Reddit in the search bar ready to go on all of these phones. It doesn't have a mobile version, which makes it ideal for this test. It's got quite a bit of things to load, so it will be good. Now, predictions, the Galaxy S4 will be first, followed by the iPhone 5, HTC One, and then the Samsung Galaxy S3. Now, Apple has always been very good at optimizing the processor for web use, so that is an advantage for the iPhone, but let's go ahead and load the website and see for ourselves.